From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley with today's Cash Close. You know what? Like it or not, but the S&P is up 49 handles from Thursday's 1591.75 Globex low. The S&P is up 36 handles from Thursday's 1601.80 day low, and the S&P is up 23 handles from Friday's 1618.40 close. It's been a big shakeout for the bears. You know, the S&P sells off, it brings all the sellers back in, then you have these rips back to the upside, and it just shakes everybody out on both sides. The high of the day came in at 1640.70 midday. The low came in at 1624 even late in the day, and last were 1633 half. We're up 15.10 handles. Total volume, we've got over 2 million SEP S&Ps traded and 38,000 big S&Ps traded in the pit. Now remember, 90% of that volume in the pit is all spreads from the June SEP S&P spread. And that goes along with a lot of those minis. A lot of those minis, over 350,000 minis traded in Globex and over 500,000 minis traded in that S&P mini spread. So a lot of that volume coming from the spreads. MOC, we had 480 million to sell. Tomorrow the two-day Fed meeting begins. We have CPI, we have the housing starts number, and we have Redbook. And then last but not least, look, the S&P it's stuck in a range here. 16 even, 1640, something like that. You know, 1590, 1660. It's really very confusing. But at the end of the day, what we're seeing big volume, but it's mainly coming from the spreads. We're also starting to see people start to take time off. And we suspect that's going to continue right into the end of June and into July, right into the end of the summer. You know, it's been a very confusing trade here, and traders are getting chopped up. And additionally, one of the big hedge funds that we do stuff for on the desk, it's a $12 billion hedge fund. They've cut back considerably over the last month and a half. They're still trading, but they're up pretty good on the year. And like a lot of these funds that are up money, they're not going to stick around and get chopped up in this algorithmic chop that goes on every day. But that said, you know what? The S&P is going out up over 15 handles higher on the day, and we'll see it tomorrow on the opening print.